Imagine a world where robots don't just follow code, they play for the win.
Since 1997, RoboCup has pushed the boundaries of AI and robotics through intense international competition. Their ultimate goal: to defeat the human World Cup champions by the year 2050? Welcome to RoboCup. Let's dive into the history, the tech, and what's next for these mechanical athletes.
In May 1997, decades of artificial intelligence research culminated in a single, quiet checkmate. IBM's Deep Blue supercomputer defeated the human world champion in chess. Just 2 months later, NASA landed the Pathfinder mission. They deployed Sojourner, a remote-controlled 6-wheeled rover, to navigate the rocky alien surface of Mars. Deep Blue conquered a perfectly structured 64-square grid. Pathfinder executed commands millions of miles away in slow motion. But AI pioneers like Hiroaki Kitano and Minoru Asada saw a ceiling approaching. They realized that mastering static, isolated problems would never yield truly adaptable machines. To build real-world autonomy, engineers needed an environment that was messy, fast-paced, and entirely unpredictable. They needed a problem that brute force calculations alone couldn't solve. So, a coalition of researchers proposed a radical new testing ground: the Robot World Cup initiative, known today as RoboCup. The initiative set a highly specific deadline. By 2050, autonomous humanoid robots must walk onto a pitch, play under FIFA rules, and defeat the human World Cup champions. The first official RoboCup tournament launched in July 1997 in Nagoya, Japan. Over 40 international teams arrived with prototype hardware, drawing 5,000 spectators, curious if this idea held actual scientific weight. By staking their reputations on an outrageous deadline, these visionaries forced robotics labs across the globe to collaborate and compete against a single standardized benchmark. Today, that initial gathering has expanded into a massive global research ecosystem. Annual competitions now host over 3,000 participants from up to 50 different countries. Every team operates under one absolute constraint: the moment the referee blows the whistle, human intervention ends. Every pass, block, and strategic adjustment must be calculated entirely by the machines. In the physical hardware divisions of RoboCup Soccer robots range from standard 4-legged models to wheeled mid-size machines. Tracking a moving ball while simultaneously balancing, avoiding collisions, and coordinating with teammates forces massive leaps in real-time perception and locomotion. In the simulation leaps, we strip away the hardware entirely. This interface shows 22 independent software agents running complex, decentralized coordination algorithms to outmaneuver the opponent in a purely mathematical space. The founders did not choose soccer to entertain crowds. They chose it because a fast, adversarial, multi-agent sport perfectly mirrors the chaotic physics and split-second variables of reality. But a flat, brightly lit soccer pitch is still a highly controlled environment. A collapsed building after an earthquake is not. This realization birthed the RoboCup Rescue domain. In the Rescue Simulation League, AI manages fire brigades, ambulances, and police units simultaneously when communication fails. The algorithms dynamically map the disaster zone, predict where fires will spread, and route first responders to victims. Translating that to physical hardware, the Rescue Robot League tests machines on extreme terrain. Robots equipped with treads and mechanical arms must autonomously navigate debris fields and identify trapped survivors using thermal and visual sensors. In the RoboCup at Home domain, the priority shifts again. Instead of navigating debris or outrunning an opponent, robots operate in domestic spaces like living rooms and kitchens, focusing on safely handling household objects and assisting humans. The underlying code is deeply connected. The exact same spatial reasoning required to anticipate defenders tackle in soccer is recalibrated here to gently hand a cup of water to a fragile patient. This multi-agent coordination also translates directly into global economic value through RoboCup Industrial. Leagues like Logistics and At Work test fleets of mobile manipulators in smart factory environments. These autonomous units practice complex supply chain task planning, moving materials and operating machinery in perfect synchronized harmony. Alongside these professional tiers, the RoboCupJunior division brings in students up to age 19 to build their own systems for soccer, rescue, and virtual challenges. The 50-year timeline demands this structure. The engineers who will actually assemble the final humanoid team for 2050 aren't the founding professors. They're the teenagers programming sensors in the junior leagues today. Ultimately, RoboCup operates as an open-source global laboratory. To ensure continuous progress, technical committees review and actively change the rulebooks every single year. If a team finds a clever software trick to win under the current constraints, the committee shifts the parameters. This keeps researchers from exploiting static setups and forces the technology steadily closer to messy, real-world applications. The lab continues to move and expand. In 2026, the competition travels to Incheon, marking the first time South Korea will host the Games, and injecting a vital wave of new talent into the arena. By constantly rotating the host location, organizers continuously stress-test their open-source ecosystem against distinctly different international engineering philosophies. We are now just a few decades away from that original deadline. Whether a team of humanoid robots can actually run onto a grass field and legitimately outplay the human World Cup champions remains to be seen. But hitting that exact milestone is secondary. The founders deliberately chose an impossible deadline because of what the pursuit itself would yield. By the time those machines finally line up for kickoff, the supply chain logistics, the domestic assistive systems, and the disaster relief tools invented simply by trying to win that trophy will have already reshaped how our society functions.
RoboCup is more than just a competition. It's a global laboratory where the future of AI and robotics is forged, league by league. From the precision of the soccer leagues to the rescue and service categories, every iteration brings us closer to the goal of robots defeating World Cup champions by 2050. And the journey continues. I'm excited to announce that the next RoboCup will be held in the vibrant city of Incheon, South Korea. Join the world's brightest minds from July 2nd to July 6th, 2026 for 5 days of innovation and competition. If you found this recap helpful, make sure to like and subscribe for more deep dives into robotics. See you in Incheon.